Hear ye. This is Lord Potato. Yes, motherfuckers, I'm back. I'm back on January the 1 after being sick for like 10 days. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I didn't have COVID. I was just coughing a lot. And you can probably see that on my second channel. I was coughing somewhat a lot on those recorded videos. But yeah. Yes, I do record on my second channel. And yeah, I do have a second channel. Pretty much I just throw whatever what ifs that I don't really want to do on my first channel. And and I also want to just kind of grind on my second channel also. So yeah. I did mention something on my second channel that I am going to upload videos once a day. Either like 2 videos either one day in this channel or 2 videos on that channel. It doesn't matter. I would just try to figure out a schedule that doesn't fuck up my sleeping schedule because yeah, probably. But other than that, yeah, sorry about not being here for like 10 days, making everybody fucking not watch anything. And yeah, also I was also watching a lot of anime, but yeah. The one anime I am watching is called Akana Got Killed. Pretty much I'm doing a what if, but that will be on my second channel. Yeah, I do. Yeah, whatever. Other than that, not the point. I'm not gonna put a second channel link or whatever. You're gonna just have to find that randomly second channel. But other than that, not the point. Let me begin into this what if because someone was asking for part 3. Is it? Yeah, part 3 of this what if. Because they've been asking for like a week. Well, they asked me about a week ago, and I said maybe. Yeah, so they asked me about a week ago, and then I said maybe, and then they asked me like today, and I was like sure after I fixed my car. Well, my car that fucking broke down because I put a new battery, a new alternator, and well, fucking had to wait for like a fuel pump, a new one, because well, all that shit broke. I don't know what the fuck happened, but shit, it broke. But not the point. Let me begin into what if, and let me shut the fuck up. But yeah, also no recaps because I uploaded this on December the 3 and it hasn't became December the 3, so I don't need a recap on anything. Yeah, thank God. But other than that, let me begin. So we go into Yuji fighting against Megumi. Megumi summoned out 2 wolves, one being black and one being white, while Yuji summoned out his wolves also. Now his wolves are just really kind of black. One actually has a green kind of line on, well, kind of green fur on his like face, near his eyes mostly, but yeah. One has kind of reddish, and the other one kind of has bluish, but yeah. This is where, well, Megumi is right now just getting ready to fight against, well, Yuji. This is where Yuji says, so, do we begin now, older brother? This is where, well, he said older brother Nissan. This is where Yuta says, yeah, begin. This is where he kind of just snaps his fingers, and this is where he kind of goes and puts his hand down, well, swings it down, so of course both Megumi and Yuji can fight. This is where, well, Megumi says, okay, fine. This is where he sent his wolves at, well, Yuji's wolves. This is where all, like, 3 of them get ready and defend Yuji. This is where Megumi appears, well, mostly in the sky, thanks to, well, his shadow manipulation to make a bird. This is where, well, or one of his bird summonings. And this is where, well, he appears from the sky and trying to punch at Yuji. Yuji grabs his fist in an instant by kind of like grabbing it mid-air and then grabbing it with his left hand, and then his right hand kind of like, first he grabs it with his left hand, pulls Megumi in, uses his right hand, but mostly kind of uses his elbow and hit Megumi in the, like, what's it called, neck. Yeah, I don't know why I forgot about that, but hit him right in the neck. Megumi coughs up some blood and then get pushed back away. This is where he kind of lands down on the ground a little bit. This is where, well, he kind of gets up and is trying to, well, use curse energy to heal his, like, neck. We're trying to, because he doesn't know how to use positive curse energy, but yeah, not yet. Well, I don't think he does even know how to do that, but of course he's trying to just, well, mostly reinforce his neck with curse energy, just normal curse energy, not positive energy, or positive curse energy, but yeah. This is where, well, Megumi then gets on guard again, but this is where, well, Yuji appears with an axe kick. This is where Megumi manages to dodge and the ground gets stomped. This is where, well, Yuji has these kind of emotionless eyes. This is where, well, Megumi kind of noticed him, and of course, this is where, well, he says, fuck, is he getting seriously? This is where Yuji throws a right hook, but this is where Megumi was about to block it. He blocks it with one arm, and he felt his arm, felt like it got shattered, until he got kneed in the face, and then instantly. This is where, well, Megumi kind of gets pushed back away, and this is where, well, he says, damn it. This is where, well, he then looks to the side to see what his wolves are doing. And this is where he sees one of the wolves actually getting cut down pretty easily. And, well, the other one, the white one, is actually getting blasted by fire and, well, water. The ones that kind of had, like, bluish or reddish fur on their faces seems to be using elements. This is where Megumi says, damn. This is where he says, come back. This is where he unsummons the two wolves and tries to fight against, well, a Yuji. He's hoping that Yuji isn't going to use his wolves. But before Megumi actually appears to try to axe kick, well, not axe kick, side kick, what's it called? Yuji already blocks it in an instant, blocking it with his left hand, or not left hand, right hand, and then using his left hand as a palm strike, and palm strike Megumi in the stomach. This is where Megumi coughs up some spit and says, damn it. This is where he gets pushed back and says, damn it. He's skilled and I thought. This is where, well, Yuji says, come back. This is where all the wolves comes back and disappears. This is where, well, Yuji right now appears right in front of Megumi. And Megumi tries to punch at, what's it called, Yuji? Yuji right now uses his arm, mostly his left arm, to kind of twist his own arm around what's it called, Megumi's, what's it called, punch. And like grabbed his like arm still. And then just kind of sidekick Megumi, like Megumi in the head. This is where he kicks Megumi in like the head, and this is where Megumi gets pushed down to the ground. This is where Megumi gets up, but this is where he feels kind of dizzy. And this is where he says, "Damn it, I'm not really a fighter. Fuck, why the hell does Yuta's brother have to be close range for this bullshit?" This is where, well, Megumi gets up and tries to fight against, well, Yuji. He rushes at Megumi. And this is where, well, he sent a punch very fast towards what's it called, Megumi's face. But instead of being a punch, he kind of used a palm strike. And this is where, well, the palm strike would have hit, what's it called, Megumi in the face if Yuji didn't stop. And the wind pressure just hits Megumi a little bit. This is where Yuji also had what's it called, cursed energy added into it. This is where, well, Megumi kind of just saw death for the second, or not second, mostly the first time. He was just shocked. Yuji could have easily killed him, like easily could have took him out, knocked him out, but yet Yuji didn't do that. That's where Yuji says, "I guess I won." That's where Yuji takes off his arm away from Megumi and says, "You did pretty good, Megumi. It's just you had so much weakness points." This is where Yuta says, yeah, you did have a bunch of weakness points, what's it called, Megumi? Don't rely on your cursed spirits to kind of help you out during a battle, Megumi. Mostly Yuta said, pretty much you gotta have to learn how to use close range. You sucked at close range. I'm just saying this as the truth because you really did. And the fact that you almost got your ass kicked by my little brother, kind of sad is this, but yeah. Megumi, aren't you supposed to be 16 and a little bit older than my brother? This is where, well, Megumi says, I'm 15, you never mind. This is where Yuta says, oh, sorry, I thought you were actually 16. This is where, well, Yuta says, but still, I'm surprised that you were what they call, well, easily defeated. But yeah, this is where, well, what's it called, well, Megumi says, well, okay, fine. This is where, well, Yuji says, still, you did pretty good, just not as good as me. This is where, well, Megumi says, yeah, don't get your overconfidence. This is where, well, mostly not Megumi, Nobra says, damn, he's skilled. This is where Makoro, who was watching this, she was very impressed with how Yuji handled the fight between Megumi. He didn't overdid it and didn't actually, like, let down his guard too much. Makoro can actually see the skilled fighter and what's it called, well, Yuji. The fact that he's only 15, but yet he can easily defeat a lot of people. He defeated those kind of thugs or bandits or whatever the hell they were, kind of easily defeat him with a knife. This is where, well, he got, oh, well, not he. Mostly, she kind of looks at, well, Junko, her kind of younger sister. And Junko is just looking at, well, Yuji very intensely. This is where Makoto kind of smiles with this kind of evilish grin and teasing at the same time. This is where she gets near her sister's ear and says, "So, do you like him?" This is where, well, Junko's face becomes red and kind of like grabs her ear and says, What? This is where, well, Makoto just smiling at her sister, and this is where, well, Junko's face is red and says, Shut up. No, no, I don't. This is where, well, Makoto says, "Oh, come on, you don't need to be so mean. You can always tell your older sister." This is where Junko's face is all reddish and says, "Go away." This is where, well, mostly Makoto says, "Aw, so mean." This is where, well, we go into Yuji. Yuji is actually fighting against his older brother. This is where, well, because they, Yuta realized that Yuji seems a little bit more skill, so he wants to see how good is Yuji in combat. This is where Yuta says you can use anything. Swords, knives, guns, doesn't matter. This is where, well, Yuji pulls out the same knife that he used yesterday against those people. But yes, he did clean it so there would be no blood and no HIV or whatever bullshit that. So of course, this is where he did clean out the blood and other things. He used a couple of like chemicals to just clean that shit, but yeah. This is where, well, Yuta says, "Good, I see a combat knife. Don't know where you got that, but I'll ask you later." This is where, well, Yuta pulls out a sword and says, "Come on, Yuji." This is where, well, Yuji says, "Got it." Yuji appears right in front of his brother, swinging the knife, and this is where Yuta dodges. Right now, swinging his sword down straight towards, what's it called? Yuji. Yuji jumps away, and then just kind of keep jumping away just to kind of keep distance away from, well, Yuta. And Yuta notices and says, his, well, combat knife is pretty big from a normal knife, but the problem is that knife should be getting close. Close range is good. Why is it getting further away from me? Now Rika isn't going to help Yuta at all. It's mostly what's it called, Yuta having to use a sword without using Rika's help, because that will kind of be devastating against his brother. Unless, well, Yuji summons out the large wolf to fight against what's it called, well, Rika. Now, mostly the large wolf is called Finro, so of course, where Yuta's thinking about that, but yet he's keeping calm. He's right now having his sword to the side of him and just waiting for, what's it called, Yuji to come closer. This is where, well, Yuji jumps behind a tree, and that's where Yuta says, "Yuji, you can't hide behind a tree." Well, I mean, you can, but you know you're gonna have to get close to me. This is where, well, Yuta is saying, when are you? This is where Yuji appears to the left of him, mostly to the left of the tree, sends, what's it called, like these knives, and then goes to the right, send also knives. And this is where, well, Yuji kind of like runs outside, mostly outside from the tree, to the left of him, mostly the same side that he threw knives and all that. And this is where, well, when Yuta slaps, mostly swings at the knives, easily kind of destroying some of the left knives and all them other things, and also swinging to cut the right knives, then sees what's it called, well, to the left of him, seeing that Yuji finally ran out. Now, of course, his black cloak is pretty big, so of course, where, well, he is running, well, still around, what's it called, Yuta, but this is where Yuta says, "Yuji, you can't just do this." Yuta appears right in front of what's called Yuji, thinking that Yuji is trying to use his black cloak to hide, until when he kind of like kicked, what's it called, the cloak and all that, it just poofs out something. It was a wolf and it just poofed. This is where, well, not a wolf, it was mostly, what's it called, like a clone. This is where Yuji says, "You can make This is where, well, Yuji appears in the sky, right now swinging his sword, well, not even sword, his combat knife down. This is where Yuta right in his eyes. He dodged, but of course, it did kind of like cut his, what's it called, shoulder a little bit. But of course, this is where he swings his sword at Yuji. Yuji blocks it with his combat knife. And of course, then uses what's it called? One of the rigid sides, mostly since the combat knife is like this. There's the sharp side and one side, and then the other side is like these rigids. Like rigid kind of spikes a little bit. This is where Yuji kind of uses that to kind of mostly grab the blade, like the sharp side of the blade and all that, block it, but then twist it around what's it called, Yuta's arm to kind of let him go, which Yuta did because he wasn't holding the sword too well. And this is where Yuta won his eyes. This is where Yuji lets go of the knife and right now swings a punch towards Yuta. Yuta dodges, and of course Yuta says, "What the? What? When did he? Clown? Huh?" This is where, well, what's it called? Yuta then tries to like punch at Yuji, which Yuji managed to catch the arm and catch the other arm by kind of like catching them with his right and left hand. But this is where he pushes both the arms from Yuta, mostly to the side of him, and then sending a knee straight towards Yuta's stomach. Yuta gets hit. This is where he coughed up a little bit of spit. This is where, well, Yuji then uses his, what's it called, left arm to grab onto Yuta's shoulder, mostly his like right shoulder and all that, and then uses what's it called, his right arm to grab Yuta from the face and kind of try to slam him down to the ground, which he does and just managed to. This is where, well, Yuta was kind of very impressed, to say the least. This is where you just say, "I did it!" This is where, well, Yuta says, "I guess you did. What the hell was that black... what?" This is where, well, Yuji says, "Ha! Ha ha! I did it! I did it! I did it! I did it!" This is where Yuji went to get his black cloak, but yeah. This is where, well, Yuta says, "I guess you did." This is where Yuji did pick up his like combat knife again and then put it towards the sheath, but yeah. This is where Yuta says, "Well, I guess that's all for training." This is where, well, with what's it called, Yuta, he says, "Well, that was pretty good. So, everyone already figured out what, well, weakness is at?" This is where, well, they kind of nodded. Yes, Junko and Nobara had to fight each other just because, yeah, because Yuji was kind of tired already. And this is where, well, Junko was kind of a little bit more skilled than Nobara in hand-to-hand combat. It's just Nobara did use her curse energy to kind of send what's it called, well, like the nails straight towards Junko. Junko managed to dodge, and of course, this is where Junko tried to use her own curse energy, which it was a little bit reddish color. It was different from positive curse energy, but she uses it. This is where she touches the ground, and this is where she says, "Creation, despair spikes." This is where, well, she almost hits what's it called, Nobara, but Nobara managed to jump out of the way. Well, kind of, before she did get cut a little bit in her kind of leg. And this is where Junko smiles, and this is where she thought that she was able to defeat Nobara. But Nobara swings, well, a plastic hammer straight towards Junko's head and says, "I won." This is where Junko says, "What? No, 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 no." Because she was actually left wide and strike, and if what's it called, Nobara did use an actual hammer, she would have easily died. This is where Yuta says, "Well, that's the end of the match." This is where, well, what's it called, Junko was angry and distraught and just sad, but yeah. Her sister had to try to comfort her, but yeah. Now, of course, Yuta says, "Well, since everyone figured out their weaknesses, I guess, well, who wants to just go get some food?" This is where, well, Yuji says, "Me." This is where, well, Megumi says, "Sure." Nobara says, "That's fine." This is where, well, Makara says, "Sure, I'll go." This is where, well, she then looks at Junko, and Junko says, I have... This is where Makara says, "Junko will also go." This is where Makara covered up Junko's mouth, and this is where Makara was kind of grinning at her with this, like, teasing kind of grin, and this is where Junko was very, very flustered. This is where, well, with that happening, we go into a time skip of, well, somewhat a ramen place, like not a ramen shop, it was kind of like this barbecue place, but yeah. This is where, well, Yuji is kind of sitting next to Junko, and of course they're sitting near, well, what's it called, only a two-seater. Of course, where, well, Yuta is sitting with Makoto in a two-seater, and of course where, well, Nobara and Megumi are sitting down also on a two-seater. This is where, well, Junko is very red when she's kind of trying to eat barbecue. This is where, well, she is flustered being next to Yuji. Yuji is just eating the meat because it's kind of tasty and all that. This is where, well, Makaro is having this teasing look at what's it called, Junko, and what's it called, Yuji. This is where, well, when Junko notices her face was more red and saying, go away. This is where she was trying to cover up her face a little bit from Makaro, but yeah. This is where, well, Yuji, well not Yuji, Yuta was kind of eating some of the meat and just smiling, just seeing how what's it called, everyone's acting a little bit. This is where, well, Megumi is eating, kind of looking at his phone at the same time. This is where Nobra, she's eating, and of course, this is where she says, this is so good, I need more. But yeah, this is where, well, Yuta just smiling. This is where he looks at Yuji, and Yuji kind of just smiles at his older brother, but yeah. This is where, oh, this is where we go into a time skip of later on. It's kind of the afternoon, and of course, there's no need for training and other things. They can just have fun or whatever for right now. But yeah, this is where Yuta went off to kind of do something. This is where Makaro and Junko, they kind of went to go do something also. Because Makaro kind of just dragged Junko along just to tease her even more. This is where, well, Megumi, he disappeared. He went off just to kind of go see his like older sister and other stuff. And this is where, well, no bro, she went to kind of go shopping. Of course, she wanted to go shopping with someone else just so she isn't alone to carry a bunch of stuff. She looks to Yuji, but Yuji's already gone. He was already gone in an instant. But of course, with that happening, it's where Yuji got a call by, well, someone named Crypto. Or slash Cryptoco, whatever. This is where, well, he kind of said hello. This is where Crypto says, hey man, so you remember that whole kind of evidence and other shit that you want me to tell you to if I find out any information and all of that? Like the phone and all that contacts? This is where Yuji says, yeah. Well, I found them. I actually found them from yesterday, but I didn't want to bother you at the night because I know how grumpy you are when you are kind of using, well, that time to sleep or do whatever. This is where Yuji says, mostly sleep. Yeah. I know you're grown. You're already a teenager, man. You know I'm not stupid. This is where Yuji says, then what the hell would I do at the night? Alright, you're dead. Never mind. This is where Crypto says, but still, you did tell me to kind of find out the information other than that. Yeah. Well, I found it. So, I call you now just because I thought it was a perfect time. So, pretty much it will be at this place, and this place. So, you're gonna do it now or are you gonna wait? Yuji says, I'll do it now. I'll get rid of them right now. This is where, well, Crypto says, good. Because I did kind of prepare a place for you to go pick up some stuff. This is where, well, Yuji says, got it. Yuji went into what's it called, Tokyo, just to kind of go get some stuff. This is where he gets to the location. And of course, this is where, well, he gets to the location with his blue motorcycle, like his blue flame motorcycle, because he bought that shit last time. This is where he gets to the place. It's pretty much a crate that he kind of got. And pretty much, this crate contains, 2 guns. These 2 guns are, well, so the 2 pistols are basically these 2, but yeah. He also has one of these guns that were in that crate. It does have the suppressor and this attachment and a long extend mag, but yeah. This is where Issei also kind of had a long black katana, mostly 2 of them, that was in the crate. And this is where, well, Issei kind of had those 2. Oh, well, not Issei. What the fuck am I talking about? Yuji. What the hell? Who the hell is Issei? Never mind. Yuji. Now, of course, Yuji had the 2 had 2 black katanas, 2 suppressing guns, well, mostly 2 suppressed pistols, and also, well, what's it called? One of those, what's it called? What was it called? Fuck. One of those, SMG kind of guns with suppressant, well, the one I kind of show you, but yeah. Suppressor, an extended mag, and also a, what is that other thing that's attached in the back? But yeah. He had all that. Of course, well, he had the 2 black katanas on his back, near his black coat and all that. Had, what's it called, his SMG kind of covered into his black coat two of the pistols like next to his pockets. Near his combat knife was behind him, but yeah. This is where, well, Yuji was already set to get towards what's called, well, towards, what's it called? The three bases. Now, of course, where, well, Yuji puts on his, what's it called? He puts on a black mask. Well, this black demonic mask that was in there. And, of course, black shades. Well, kind of black shades. He didn't really have them because it would just be a big distraction. But this is where, well, he had a black hat on. And, of course, where, well, he kind of gets on his motorcycle and just starts driving off. Now, this is where, well, someone actually kind of follows him a little bit into the shadows. But, yeah. She kind of glances with her kind of bluish, icy eyes and says, I guess he's going to go do something. I hope it's not reckless. Probably should follow him. This is where, well, we go into a time skip of Yuji getting to the base that, well, he was recommended at. He gets towards inside, and of course, it's basically a bar. Well, kind of a bar, dancing club or whatever. And of course, where, well, he sees a couple of like mafia people and what's it called, gangsters or whatever. Well, it looks like this place is like a mafia kind of place that a bunch of mafia people would be at. This is where, well, Yuji, he seems to be standing, well, not standing out, mostly standing, blending in kind of, because half of them had weapons. But this is where, well, some of the mafia people kind of noticed him that he wasn't really a part of this place. So, of course, this is where one person said, hey, what are you doing here? This is where, well, Yuji says, I'm just getting a drink. And this is where, well, the person says, how old are you? You don't seem like the typical person to be here. Get out of here, scramble, kid. This is where he noticed the katanas. But before even doing anything, this is where Yuji pulls out the katana and slices his head off pretty easily. This is where, well, Yuji then kind of jumped over the kind of, like bar stove or whatever, because he started getting shot up with bullets. This is where he did that. This is where, well, Yuji pulls out a kind of like this smoke, well, not even smoke grenade, a flash grenade, throws it over the counter, and this is where everyone thought it was a grenade until it just flashes and blinds everyone. This is where Yuji pulls out what's it called, the SMG, and starts lighting up these motherfuckers like it's a goddamn Christmas tree. This is where he's spraying his bullets, mostly kind of like, not spraying them, mostly kind of like shooting them with precise aim, killing them so easily, pop, 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 popping their heads off so easily. This is where, well, Yuji dodges a, what's it called, swing from a sword. Mostly, mostly it was a bartender, and this bartender says, die! I don't know who you are, but you need to die. This is where Yuji pulls out his own katana, and, well, not his own katana, because it takes too long to take out his other katana, those long katanas that he had. He pulls out the, what's it called, combat knife, and easily cut this guy in the neck. This is where the guy goes, he dies, but yeah. This is where, well, others are trying to attack what's it called, Yuji, until Yuji, he puts a gun to the side of him, and of course starts kind of using his combat knife to kind of slice these motherfuckers so easily. This is where he's easily taking them out. Now, of course, he does have a lot of weight, as you mentioned. Like, half of the shit does weight him down. But, of course, Yuji seems to be used to be holding this much weight. This is where, well, someone tries to fight him with hand-to-hand combat. But this is where Yuji, he doesn't actually take that chance. So, of course, he easily cut this guy in the, well, stab this guy in the heart. Then takes out the knife and stab it into another person. This is where he then, like, grabs that person's face and then rips his, like, knife out of him before kind of throwing his knife to the side of him and stabbing upon, well, the true leader, mostly hitting the guy in the head. But yeah, this is where Yuji says, what do you have under you? What? Not under you. Mostly he checked around this guy just to see if he had anything. He had a phone. This is where, well, he then says crypto. Crypto says, got it. Just send me that shit with me. This is where I should mention Yuji was hearing kind of music when he was kind of fighting all these people. But yeah, mostly Crypto was kind of the one putting the music on. But yeah, just think of any song, any goddamn song that he was listening to. So yeah. So of course he was just like popping off. This is where he goes off to the next base. But of course when he gets outside, he kind of noticed someone kind of following him. This is where, well, he disappeared but reappeared right in front of this person, having both of his swords towards this person's neck. This is where he says, "Wow, so you saved me yesterday, but you tried to kill me now." This is where, well, he usually puts both of his katanas back and says, "What are you doing here, Estef?" This is where Estef says, "Well, I just came to make sure you're not dead." This is where, well, Yuji says, "Okay. Are you here just to make sure that the coat doesn't get ruined, or are you just here just to make sure that, well, the coat doesn't get lost?" This is where, well, Estef says, Nah, that was still a gift. We're just making sure that you don't do anything stupid." So what the hell did you even do in that club? Got a cold, stiff drink? What do you want? This is where, well, Estef says, Yeah. Why can I smell copper on you? I had way too much to drink. This is where Estef says, You are still so young. I'm 15. Hey, it's never too late to just do that. This is where, well, Estef says, No, it's too early to do that. Sir, Estef says, How do you even know? Wait, why do you even care? Estef says, Because, this is where her face was red, and this is where he says, Wait, how old are you exactly? This is where, well, not, he say, Yuji said. This is where, well, what's it called? Estef says, I'm 15, asshole. This is where Yuji says, Okay, but can I say one thing? Why are you even following me? Just go away. This is where, well, Estef says, Why should I go away? This is where, well, they almost got shot down. Luckily, this is where Yuji grabbed her arm and, like, kind of went down to the ground. This is where, well, Yuji kind of used curse energy to kind of put on the coat. So, of course, if they kind of did hate Yuji, it would have not hurt him. But, yeah. This is where, well, Estef was kind of red because she was on the ground. And on top of her was, well, Yuji. Yuji says, Are you okay? This is where, well, Estef kind of nodded, blushing. This is where, well, he then get up and sees those people coming back again for round 2. This is where Yuji says, stand there in the ground, or stay there in the ground for a second. This is where Yuji pulls out both of the suppressed pistols and shot at them with precise aim, hitting the guy in the driver first, and then shooting the other, like, couple of people because they couldn't, like, steady their aim because they were just spinning out. This is where, well, Yuji says, done. Now you can get up from the ground. This is where Estef says, How did you... This is where Yuji kind of like grabbed her for a second and kind of got near the alleyway just to kind of be secure from everyone's eye view. This is where Yuji says, I don't want you to say anything to anyone. So promise me this. You won't say anything. If you do, I'm gonna have to kill you. This is where, well, Estef says, You wouldn't kill the person that you saved. I only did that just because of that old man. I don't have that much remorse. So, you think I wouldn't do it? This is where, well, Esther kind of glares at him, and this is where she says, Fine, I'll be going then. Good. This is where, well, Yuji says, Besides, I gotta go do stuff. So, yeah. This is where, well, Esther says, What, kill more people? No, not at all. This is where Yuji disappears, but yeah. He got on the motorcycle and disappears. This is where Esther says, Idiot. Her face was red and says, Idiot. This is where, well, she was extremely close to his lips. And of course, most of Yuji was explaining, but she was really thinking that they were gonna kiss. And her face was all red. Of course, she was actually thinking of 30 dots in the matter of the seconds. But yeah, this is where she was screaming, No. Me, a princess of the Gojo Clan. No, I shouldn't be thinking of this. No. This is where she's trying to shake her head, but yeah. This is where, well, we go into Yuji already destroying the other 2 bases. This is where, well, he had no bullets left on his pistols. He had no SMG bullets no more. He had, what's it called? Well, nothing exactly left. Except, well, a couple of things. Just, most of it was kind of destroyed. Mostly he had 2 katanas, but one of them melted thanks to someone that was able to use kind of this fire curse energy. But luckily, when Yuji noticed she uses curse energy, basically he decided to kill her with his own curse energy. But yeah. Now, of course, this is where Yuji did know that she did, kind of use curse energy because it was fire. But of course, he was going to get hurt if he didn't use curse energy. But of course, he didn't actually manage to kill her. Instead, she actually appeared behind Yuji after Yuji was out of a lot of things after killing the boss. This is where, well, this girl had a bunch of cuts, and this is what she would kind of mostly look like, but yeah. So this is what she would have mostly looked like when she was fighting against what's called Yuji. Just the problem is she had this kind of sword where it was kind of fiery, but yeah. She was just adding cursed energy to it, and she would have easily kind of managed to kill Yuji if she didn't have like 2 bullets in her kind of arm, and then got kind of punched away because, well, Yuji realized that what's it called, you gotta kill another curse user with cursed energy, but of course he didn't want to alert anyone with cursed energy, but yeah. Even though he's far away, he doesn't know if Gojo can sense him, but yeah. But of course, he just would have knocked her around, just left her to kind of die or something, because he didn't have time to waste bullets on her, but yeah. This is where, well, she's awakened, and this is where she says, I'm not letting you leave here alive. This is where she swings her sword down straight towards Yuji. Yuji says, damn, I'm out of bullets, I'm gonna have to use cursed energy. This is where he was about to, well, he ignited cursed energy into a sword, until an ice spear smashes into, what's it called, the female, mostly in her shoulder. That's where, well, her entire body just froze in an instant. This is where Gucci can notice his cursed energy. This is where he turns behind him and sees Estef. Estef says, idiot. This is where, well, Yuji says, you know I had that right. This is where, well, Estef says, oh sorry, the mighty Yuji had this. Clearly you didn't even know what to do. This is where, well, Yuji says, I did. Still. Thanks, I guess, Ice Princess. This is where, well, Estef's face becomes a little bit red, and this is where she says, yeah, you're welcome. Her face is nothing but red, but yeah. This is where, well, Yuji says, well, it's time to go. This is where, well, Yuji was, like, about to leave until he kind of fainted a little bit, just out of tiredness. This is where, well, Estef managed to catch him and says, idiot. Still. This is where, well, they kind of went somewhere because, well, yeah, they needed to kind of sleep for a while. It was mostly a hotel, just so Estef was able to kind of carry him a little bit. He was still kind of heavy a little bit, but yeah. This is where, Yuji managed to wake up after 4 hours later, and this is where, well, he noticed Estef, like, right next to him. This is where, well, Yuji's face becomes a little bit red because he doesn't know anything about emotions, and either sleeping with the girl is kind of confusing to him, but he did remember something that someone told him. We go into a flashback. This is where, well, someone said, Yuji, if a girl ever sleeps with you, it means that that they like you. This is where, well, Yuji says, are you sure? Are you sure you're not bullshitting me and what's it called? This is where, well, Yuji says, you ain't bullshitting me, you ain't Jin. This is where, well, mostly the person says, ha ha ha, don't be too crazy, Yuji. No, I'm not trying to bullshit you, I'm just telling you the truth. This is where, well, Yuji had a little bit more emotions than the other person that was sitting next to him. There was someone with white hair, and of course, this person had kind of yellowish eyes. And this was the person nodded. This is where, well, Yuji was kind of a little bit blushing and embarrassed, saying, yeah, I don't think no girl will ever sleep with me. This is where, well, the person says, nah, don't be like that, Yuji. Multiple girls will definitely sleep with you. Don't worry, you just have to find the perfect one. What happened if you sleep with some kind of ice princess? This is where Yuji says, yeah, you're bullshitting, lieutenant. This is where the lieutenant says, come on, kid, don't be like that. This is where, well, we go back into Yuji. Yuji says, no, I can't, no. No, he didn't explain any of that shit. I don't think I did that. No, I'm not drunk. I was tired, but I don't know. This is where, well, Estef opened her eyes, and this is where she says, you're awake. This is where, well, she realized one thing. She's not in the bed that was the other side. She actually accidentally slept with what's called Yuji. Now, of course, they didn't do anything. They were just mostly tired. This is where, well, Estef says, wait. We didn't do anything, right? This is where, well, Yuji says, I hope not. This is where, well, Yuji jumped out of his bed, but of course he did fell down. This is where, well, Estef and Yuji are kind of sighing, thinking that they hope they didn't really do anything. which they don't feel anything weird out of the normal or anything. Yuji still has the clothes and stuff still. This is where, well, Yuji says, so I'm going to one that we're in a hotel. Yeah, we're just in a normal regular hotel. This is where, well, Yuji says, okay. Yeah, I'm leaving. We gotta just get back to, well, I need to get back to Jujutsu High. As I say, man, I need to get back to the clan. Shit, they're gonna wonder where the hell I'm at. This is where, well, they kind of thought about it, and this is where, well, they're still feeling a little bit tired. But of course, this is where, well, they kind of get up and say, yeah, we need to go. This is where, well, they're going, and of course, this is where, well, they're trying to rush downstairs until, well, what's it called? SF accidentally slipped from the stairs, and of course, accidentally grabbed Yuji's, like, what's it called, like, shirt and all that, and of course, accidentally pulling down the stairs. This is where they both roll down the stairs and lands at the bottom. But this is where, well, Yuji implanted a kiss into SF because, well, mostly he's kind of on top of her, and well, they did kind of just fall down a couple flights of stairs because SF was in a rush and panic. This is where, well, both of them are winding their eyes. This is where, well, Yuji thinks and said, "Fuck you, Lieutenant, you cursed me." This is where, well, SF's face is her face is nothing but red, and of course she had white eyes. She passed out. This is where Yuji kind of got up, and this is where he said, "Hey, are you okay? No, please don't tell me you're dead." This is where, well, he's trying to get her up, but yeah. This is where Yuji says, "Damn it." This is where, well, he kind of decides to pick her up, mostly in a piggyback ride, but yeah. And of course, this is where Yuji sees that she's not that heavy. So of course, this is where, well, he did call upon Crypto. Crypto was actually taking a nap. This is where he wakes up saying, huh? What do you need now? What, did you finally kill all the bosses? Yeah. I need you to kind of tell me where the Gojo Clan is in Japan. The Gojo Clan? What the hell you want to know with that? A couple of things. Also, can you get in contact with the lieutenant and tell him to fuck you? Like a good fuck you message? But yeah. This is where, well, the Crypto says, huh? The lieutenant? Sure, get in contact with him, but why? This is where, well, Yuji says, you don't need to know the reason, okay? This is where, well, Crypto says, sure, I'll get on that. The Gojo Clan isn't as far as where you're at. This is where Yuji says, got it. Why are you at a hotel? Especially a love hotel. The fuck you mean? This is where Yuji says, This is where his face was just completely white and red eyes. This is where, well, mostly not red eyes, mostly like a red face with just white eyes. He was blinking at the freaking love hotel. This is where, you know, Yuji thought really fast. It's like, oh, I was just passing by, man. This is where, well, Crypto says, oh, okay, sure, the Gojo Clan is over there. Why? Okay, so you're gonna be my GPS, right? Sure, why not? This is where Yuji got on his motorcycle, of course, putting SF behind him still. This is where, well, Yuji is driving straight towards the Gojo Clan, but yeah, this is where SF is holding on to Yuji even tighter. And this is where, well, Yuji's face is a little red, but yeah, her face is even more red. And this is where, well, Crypto says, turn left, turn right, turn left, and right again. Right, like three, like not three rights. Just go all the way straight, and then I tell you to turn right after I send this message to Lieutenant. Yeah, this is where, well, Yuji says, yeah, I need you to do that. This is where, well, pretty much Crypto sent the biggest FU message towards someone, like someone named Lieutenant, or mostly like a lieutenant person, whatever. This is where, well, Crypto says, I don't know why I'm doing this, but if he gets mad and trying to kill me, I'm gonna blame it on you. Yeah, you can do that. This is where, well, they get to the Gojo Clan, of course, where, well, Yuji says, you can get off of me, right? This is where stuff, she does let go of her arms around what they call Yuji. And this is where, well, her face is red, and this is where, well, Yuji says, we can forget about this, right? This is where, well, he kind of just smiles at her with a gentle kind of embarrassed smile still. And this is where, well, Estef turns around, kind of walks towards Yuji. Yuji expects a slap or something. Instead, no, it was just another kiss. This is where, well, Yuji widens his eyes, and Estef just kind of pushes him and kind of just runs off. But yeah, this is where, well, Yuji says, I'm gonna kill the lieutenant. I seriously gonna kill the lieutenant. This is where, well, Crypto got a message and saying, what the hell did I do? You little. This is where, well, Crypto spits out some water, and this is where, it was on a call mostly, that he just got calm mostly. This is where, well, Crypto says, wait, before you go and just go kill me and all that, it was Yuji that called me about this shit. He said, fuck you and something. I don't know. He said that you cursed him. This is where, well, the lieutenant says, I never cursed. This is where, well, the lieutenant says, you want, where's the Yuji in Japan? He's in Tokyo. Why? I'm gonna be going over there in a couple of days. Don't surprise him, okay? Don't tell him. This is where, well, Crypto says, sure. This is where, well, a couple of days pass. Of course, Yuji has been in his room, and of course, training, but of course, trying to forget about that moments. But yeah, this is where, well, something happens. Well, we go into Japan, Jujutsu Kai, what's it called, Tokyo, and of course, where, well, Yuji was mostly outside of, what's it called, Jujutsu Kai, high school and all that. Of course, where, well, he was walking around until he saw someone that looked really fucking familiar. Now, this man looked like this. This is the man that what's it called, Yuji sees. His name is Ham-chan, but yeah. This is where, well, Yuji say, Lieutenant? This is where, well, the lieutenant says, hey, Yuji, I'm gonna wonder, what the fuck did I curse you with? This is where, well, Yuji's face becomes red after remembering everything from, well, a couple of days ago. This is where Yuji's face becomes red and says, nothing. You didn't curse me or anything, you fucking bastard. This is where, well, and Han-chan says, the only thing we ever argue about was love. About, well, if a girl sleeps with you, that means that she loves you and all them other things. Do you argue with that with, what's it called, Yui mostly. This is where, well, or you mostly. This is where, well, Yuji says, no, we didn't argue about that. I don't think we ever argue about that. This is where, well, the lieutenant says, I think, wait. I did remember saying that if you do kiss an ice princess, that means that you're... No, we didn't ever argue about that. I don't remember ever remembering you saying that. This is where the lieutenant says, oh. If your face is red, it's showing that it's red. That means you did. But who's the ice princess? Quite interesting. This is where, well, someone says, hey, Yuji. This is where, well, Yuji turns around and also what's it called, Han-chan, but yeah. This is where, well, they see a white-haired man with a blindfold, and of course, next to him is a bluish-haired, bluish-haired girl with bluish eyes, and that's where, well, Yuji and the bluish-haired girl looks at each other and looks away. Right now, blushing, even more red, but yeah. Gojo's confused about this man saying, hello there, who are you? This is where, well, the man says, sorry. The name is, well, Han-chan Kagen. Mostly I'm a lieutenant for the South Korea, but yeah. This is where, well, Gojo says, interesting, you're a lieutenant. I guess you're from the army and all them other things. Yeah, I just came here to visit, what's it called, Yuji. So you see here, I found him out through, what's it called, through a place and all them other things, and I did manage to kind of brought him back towards, what's it called, well, not, he didn't say I brought him back or anything. I'm a lieutenant, I just met this kid like a while ago from a foreign country, and yeah. This where Gojo said, oh, really? That's interesting. Wanna go talk and, like, drink and all them other things? This is where, well, Han-chan says, sure. This is where Gojo says, oh, Estef, you can go, meet up with Yuji. I need to go. This is where, well, Han-chan says, yeah. This is where, well, before he goes, he grabbed both of Yuji's arms and says, off his shoulders and says, go get her, girl. Go get her, tiger. This is where, well, Yuji says, you don't even know if this is the... This is where, well, Hanjin says, also, before you say, I probably don't know if this is the girl, she seems pretty into you because she's also, her face is red. This is where, well, Yuji's face says, ha, bye. This is where, well, Hanshin just walks away, but yeah, just to talk to Gojo. This is where, well, Yuji says, I curse you, you fucking bastard. I curse you. This is where, well, both Steph and Yuji are just looking at each other, just red. And of course, this is where, well, they're kind of just sitting at a bench, just not talking. Really awkward, but yeah. This is where, well, someone appears, mostly blondish hair with purplish hair girl. And this is where, well, Makoro kind of sees, well, both what's it called, Yuji and the bluish hair girl named Estef. This is where she just smiles with this teasing smile. This is where, well, Makoro says, hey, Junko, you want to go somewhere? This is where Junko says, yeah, we're about to go to the store. This is where she gets dragged along. And this is where Makoro kind of puts what's it called, Junko, right next to what's it called, Yuji. And this is where, well, mostly just like right next to him. So Yuji was kind of being between both Junko and Esther. This is where Makoro says, yeah, you can stay here. I need to go do something. This is where Junko says, don't wait, you bastard. This is where, well, Yuji kind of knows what's it called, Junko and confusement. And also Estef. Until, well, Estef was about to say something. And Junko's face is already red. Just really red, being next to Yuji. This is where, well, it's kind of an awkward position, but ... Until, well, someone appears. It's mostly, what's it called, Yuta says, hey, Yuji! This is where Yuji says, Yuta! This is where he gets up in an instant, but this is where, well, someone grabs Yuta from the mouth to shut him up for a little bit. And this is where, well, it was none other than Maki. Maki says, hey, I need you to help me out, and I need you to shut up. This is a moment that we can't, like, what's it called? Well, need you to ruin. This is where, well, Yuta was confused and sweat dropping confusedly. Makoro was also kind of glaring at him from a bush. And this is where, well, Yuta says, sure. He was just sweating, coughing at the same time. He says, I need to go somewhere, Yuji. So Yuji sweat drops and says, where the fuck are you going? I'm screwed. This is where, well, we go into about like 2 hours later, but yeah. This is where, well, they're kind of just sweat dropping, all of three of them, but yeah. This is where, well, as if already knows that they're behind a bush, mostly, what's it called, Makoro, Yuta, and also what's it called, Maki. But also to the other side, she noticed what's it called, her uncle being over there, her grandfather being over there, and also Han-chan being over there. Now, of course, this is where Yuji also notices and just glares at, well, Yuta and what's it called, Han-chan. This is where, well, Junko is just glaring at what's it called, Maki and Makoro, because Junko has already met Maki, but yeah, that's where she's saying, they're not helping at all. ... This is where, well, Crypto says, and what's it called, Yuji's earbud, saying, hey, you know I can get rid of all this kind of troublesome emotion if you help me out with a little problem. Sure, I'll do anything, motherfucker. This is where, well, Crypto says, good. Well, I just need a little getting rid of people, but yeah. Okay, do it. This is where, well, what's it called? Crypto says, got it. I'm making a portal right in front of you. Jump in it, don't ask questions, and just dive through that shit. This is where, well, Yuji say, do it then, motherfucker. This is where a portal appears, being all zeros and ones. This is where Yuji jumps up, dives through that shit like a fucking dolphin dive, like sea marine fucking dolphin dive through that shit. This is where Junko thought it would be better than here, so of course she follows along, and this is where Asa does the same. This is where, well, they all land at a place. This is where, well, Yuji says, ow, my head. This is where, well, two other people follow along and smash upon, what's it called? Well, Yuji. This time, he is not kissing what's it called, Esther, but instead of what's it called, Junko. Junko's face is red, and of course, Yuji's face is red also. This is where, well, Esther's face is kind of a reddish tint of jealousy, but this is where Crypto says, what kind of mess is this? This is where, well, Yuji says, it's not my fault you didn't close the fucking portal. This is where, well, he's kind of blushing, but of course stirring at the same time. This is where, well, Crypto says, okay, it took me a little while to close it, but other than that, yeah. Hey, at least you're not sweat dropping. Dude, I saw your temperature go all the way to like fucking, I don't know, fucking hundreds, 200s. This is where, well, that's how bad you were sweating. And besides, I don't need my fucking hitman to die on me from just embarrassment. Okay, good. But that, at least I took a picture of this. And this is where, well, Yuji says, if you have that picture, I'm going to kill you about it. This is where Crypto says, chill, delete it. Calm down. This is where, well, Yuji says, what do you want anyway? So, what I pretty much want is to get rid of this tech company. Seriously? Yeah, motherfucker. I need that motherfuckers to be gone. Besides, you see here, I need what to call some of the technology also. This is where Yuji says, seriously, fine, I'll help you. This is where, well, the other two girls didn't really have anything to do, so of course they just decided to help, but yeah. Just because they're confused and embarrassed and other things. This is where, well, Yuji says, fine, I'll do it. God damn it. Fuck it. This is where, well, we go into a time skip at a tech company. That's kind of run over by a mafia and all that, like a mafia boss. This is where, well, there's a lot of cursed spirits and other things around this place. So of course, this is where Yuji says, this is going to be troublesome, but yeah. But for right now, I'm going to end it off here for, well, part 3 of this what if, but other than that, yeah. So, potato night, potato seed, potato, and good night. Other than that, bye.